Hi, I'm Cassidy Robertson, and this is my audience.
Oh, we're talking. Sorry.
I know.
At least she knows you're there.
There we go. Yeah, it's good.
We're excited. Last one. Woohoo!
Yay! Alrighty. So, tonight I'd like to share with you all about a man I was blessed to have for 15 years of my life, my grandpa. I only recently found out how he was much more than a quiet, gentle giant that worked on cars that I knew him as. He was the hardest working, most determined man I ever met in my life. So tonight I'd like you to join me in paying tribute to my grandpa, Wolfgang, for his dedication and hard work to his family during a difficult time in history, and also for his love of cars. My grandpa Wolfgang, Richard Matschke, I'm sure you know this is a strange name off top. He was born in March 1934. In the start of the Nazi Germany reign, he lived in the heart of Berlin during the bombings. The house that my grandpa lived in was completely destroyed except for one side, which his family continued to live in until the Russians invaded. My great-grandpa took my grandpa and his brother and my great-grandma into the woods, and there they dug a trench. They lived in the trench and hid from the invasion. And there they lived while my great-grandpa went and found food and work in town for his family. Although it was said that life was easy for young Germans in school, it was not the case for my family. However, my grandpa persevered, and he completed an 8th grade education, and then he went on to complete an apprenticeship as a baker. In 1957, at the age of 23, not knowing a single bit of English or French, he immigrated to Vancouver, Canada. The CJC worked to bring displaced people from Canada and all over Europe to different countries to get them where they needed people for work. He very soon met and married my grandma, who also through the CJC. Actually, that's what she'll have you know, but she made a quiet pact with a man that paid to bring her to Canada. She said she'd take to her grave over it. She immigrated from Belfast, Ireland in 1958. The first child, which is my mother, was born in 1959, followed by 2 more children. My grandpa worked as a baker and a logger in a logging camp, and he also unloaded raw asbestos. At that time, they had no idea how bad it was, but he unloaded raw asbestos from boxcars until he relocated his family in 1962 to New York City. Once in New York, he found work again as a baker, an ambulance driver. He worked in a deli, and he also worked at a gas station, where little did he know he found what would be his passion in life, to be a mechanic. He self-taught himself to work on vehicles, and he became an excellent mechanic. He worked nights cleaning a Catholic school and church to put my mother and her brother and sister through private school, all the while working his other 4 jobs. In 1971, my grandpa relocated his family one last time to Williamsburg, Virginia, where he once again went to work as a baker at Colonial Williamsburg, until he came across his opportunity to start his very own service station. He went on to open 2 more stations and became very well known in this community to be an honest, fair man that didn't put money before helping a family in need. He worked until December 1997, when he was diagnosed with mesothelioma as a result of his work at the asbestosis packing company in Canada. And 6 months later he died, in 1998. It was my grandfather's perseverance, his determination and hard work that allowed my family to have a life free of worry and war, poverty, and danger. He sacrificed his life to ensure a great education for my mother, uncle, and aunt, which in turn gave my brother and I a good start to life. My grandpa continues to influence me so strongly, even now, 13 years after his death. If he could do all that with a smile on his face, then so can I. Thank you, guys.